few Sundays ago, Ryan gave a message on sowing and reaping. And it really hit home for me because I have seen this played out in my own life, in Ray's life, my husband Ray. Luke 6, verse 38, give and it will be given to you, good measure, pressed down, running over, will be put into your lap, for with the same measure that you use, it will be measured back to you. A couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, we had an old car. We were running it into the ground because we did not have the money to buy another one. And Ray was talking to me about, well, what are we going to do once we don't have our car anymore? And I said, God's going to provide. On our way to Timmins, to our hometown, we hear some noise. We get out, we look, we smell the smell, don't know what it is. Got back in the car, drove a bit more. We're on Highway 101, where basically there's ditches on each side of the highway, like basically no shoulders on the side of the highway. And all of a sudden we hear this big, loud bang. And right where it happened, there was an old, I think, logging road or whatever, and we were able to pull off. And as we pulled off, Ray and I looked at each other and we started praying right away and said, God, thank you first of all for saving our lives, because this could have ended really bad. Our whole frame broke in two, and the tire was barely hanging on at the back of the car. We sat there and we prayed, God, we know you're going to provide. Someone asked us, how are you guys going to get home? And I said, don't know, but God does. And because at that time was still during COVID, it was the tail end of COVID, you couldn't even find a car to rent to get back. And we had all our stuff that we had brought to Timmins and needed to get it back home. 2 days later, this individual that I was speaking to said, I bought you and Ray a car. This car was not an old car. This car had 6,000 kilometers on it. Like brand new. That principle of give and it will be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, we have evidenced that in our life, not only in this one incident, but we have been on disabilities for basically most of our life, disability pensions. We don't have a lot of income. We own our own home, mortgage-free. How is that possible? It's God. God is faithful. He provides for his children. There's been countless times, don't have money for this, don't have money for that. Money comes in envelopes to the door, or someone puts an offering, an envelope in the offering plate and says, this is for Ray and Lucy. You know, we have a big bill we can't pay. We have never once in our whole lives not been able to pay a bill, ever. I am glad that we don't have a lot of money because we have been able to know God as our provider.